Hedgerowshire Limited Broadcasting Mega Corp.
Hello! Happy spring! I can't tell you how good I feel to be back in a dress. Twin sets are nice, but only for so long. I would like to start the show with a thank you to two very fine humans. Michael, who makes the show look better, and Captain G, who helps make the show more enjoyable for everyone involved, let me tell you. Anyway, it is springtime in the Duchy. The gardeners are busy at work. They are expanding and improving the outdoor otter enclosure. We are expecting a litter of baby otters this spring, so it's going to be quite fabulous, and I would love to share them with you, but the Duke has forbidden it. We can watch the otters on closed-circuit castle cam, but unfortunately, anyone else who wants to see the footage has to come to the Duchy and visit our Natural History Museum. The Duke insists on it. All otter filmage is archived there, so it's all available to the public, but just not on YouTube, I'm afraid. So, springtime, yes.
The Duchess Show.
Maybe it's just some sort of a sweat thing.
Starring
The forces that are real heavy through the jowl.
the Duchess of Hedgerowshire.
This person will be a bitch. There is a U in cut. And I turn around.
The Duchess Show is filmed before a well-behaved studio audience.
Through old heat and into the Georgian rain. Like there was a six-step on top of boil on top of the belt on his head. If that me to turn into Godzilla. And I'm singing along and dancing in my chair. Oh, Mickey, just so that you do. My name is Mickey. I was just drinking heavily. Well, it's almost 11 morning now. Springtime. And this is the time of the year when we quite often do a certain awards ceremony here in the Duchy. This is where it's better than, say, like the Academy Awards and the Emmys and the Grammys and all those minor awards programs rolled into one. This is where we award overall excellence in many different areas. The winners of the other categories will come out eventually. We'll do a show about it at some point. It's really not that important. But the main thing I would like to announce is that Tracy Allman has been made a dame here in the Duchy. She is now Dame Tracy Allman to all of you. And I really hope that very soon the United Kingdom wakes up and follows suit and does what we do. She deserves to be a dame. Can't deny it to her anymore. And Tracy, I would just like to say, you are perfectly welcome to come on my show. I'm not sure if you're one of my subscribers. Perhaps you are, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you just watch the show occasionally. But I would like you to know that I would be more than happy to have you appear on my show. And in exchange, I think we could perhaps work me into your show. I think I would make a very good sidekick for the Duchess of Cornwall skits. I absolutely love them. They're my very favorite. And I think Georgina, Duchess of Hedgerowshire, paired up with Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, would be a dynamic duo that you have not seen since, well, obviously, Batman and Robin Hood. But we will be very, very much like that dynamic duo, only with tiaras and Wellington boots. So, Tracy, if you're out there, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about our collaboration. It's done quite frequently on YouTube, the way I understand it. So I don't see why we shouldn't do it. It would be most amusing.
The Duchess Show is brought to you by the United Biscuit Company, the makers of Twiglets, and Classic Tips and Sales, and Ona Bloodstock Agency.
So, now, I'm about to start the book review. And I've been watching some BookTube reviewers. And they always do this huge disclaimer at the beginning of a video saying, but here's how I feel about the book. And if it hurts your feelings, it's only my opinion. It's not meant to damage you. And they go through this whole long disclaimer for people whose feelings might be hurt by their opinions. Well, obviously, I'm just going to skip over that because anyone who's that sensitive would never have discovered this show to begin with. Everyone gets offended. Everyone gets offended equally, so it's fine. Now, hopefully my tea won't fall off my head. Let me get a drink. Sounding a bit dry in my throat. Have you noticed? I have this tin here. It's from the coronation of King Edward VII. It belonged to my great Aunt Marjorie. And there are some very good stories I can tell you someday about great Aunt Marjorie. She was quite a character. Real oddity in our family. We don't normally get people who behave in eccentric and bizarre fashions. This is why she's absolutely a legend. Well, that and the other things she did, which I will tell you about in the story someday. But today we are going to review Harry Potter. Not just one volume, but the entire series. And I have one of my favorite here. This is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince by J.K. Rowling. I just liked this one for some reason. I don't know why. Perhaps it's the ending, which I won't spoil for you. But anyway. Don't be... Yeah, well, anyway, if you're offended by the ending of me laughing about it, well, oh well. But I would just like to say that I discovered these books as an adult. And I read them because I'm not a snob about literature. If there's a very good children's book out there, I will read it. And I read it and I enjoyed it. And I was like, oh, I would have really loved to have this book when I was a child. Wish they'd been around then. But now, years later, seeing the damage it's done, I am very glad these books weren't around when I was young. I'm glad I read them as an adult. Because so many people are suffering from Harry Potter derangement syndrome. They read the books and loved them so entirely much that was the only thing they ever wanted to read for the rest of their lives. It's like an evil spell that happens to people when they read. So they keep on, and it's like, no, and they keep on comparing everything to Harry Potter, and it's like, no, there are other good books about other subjects entirely. I'm sorry if you found all the other books about magical children and magical academies to be substandard, non-par, or, you know, say you got like the vampire books, so vampire children going to vampire school. That also came from Harry Potter. I mean, this book stemmed a whole tide of substandard infantile literature. That is the problem. These books were very good, but everything that came after it was just... I'm just shaking my head. There's just no word for it. It's okay. Look, I'm not meaning, don't cry. Don't cry, people. Oh, this reminds me of something that happened. And it's okay to have tastes that are different from other people's. And I had to explain this to the Duke this week. Because he was sitting in the library with me, and I was trying to read, and he was playing some of his music. You know, the type of new music that he enjoys. The new pop music, because he listens to everything. Always has. He's listening to it, and he's happy, and I'm trying to read, and he leaves the room. And I'm like, well, he's probably coming right back. He probably just went to get a Guinness or something. 20 minutes later, he had not come back, and the most annoying song had popped up. And it just had this horrible beat. This thumper beat, and to be honest, I was listening to the lyrics, and I was thinking, when I hear this thumper beat, it really fits in with the lyrics, douchebag, douchebag. So then I started kind of singing it, you know. And I'm singing along, I'm making up new lyrics, not very good ones, and I can't even remember what they were, but they were rather insulting, I'm quite sure. Anyway, so the thing is, when you start changing up lyrics in a funny way, horrible music becomes quite enjoyable. So as soon as I started changing the lyrics and it started to be rather nasty, I started dancing around and kind of getting into it, you know, the way I do and dancing, and I'm in full dance mode, you know, and I'm singing along, I'm going, douchebag, 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 douche. And then I look up and there's like, Duke is standing there, looking at me, then he's a stricken look on his face. And he just turned around and walked away, and I was like, well, what the hell? So I summoned the footman. Jeff was the one who came, and I said, but where did the Duke go? He was in here listening to music, and he went to get a Guinness, and he was delayed somehow. We won't even get into that. We don't even want to know what delayed him. None of our business. So, where did he go? He seemed to be rather upset. Jeff was like, I'm on it, because he's golden, Jeff is. Ever since I've learned how to use Google for myself, you know, apparently you just type in whatever it is you want to know, and then it just does. It was so simple. I don't know why I didn't figure it out years ago, but Mims was quite an enabler. I've become a very strong, independent woman since Mims has left. I even light my own cigarettes these days. You would be very proud of me. Anyway, so Jeff went off, and he was gone for 3 hours. In the meantime, I had turned the music off and enjoyed several chapters of my book completely uninterrupted. It was quite enjoyable. And then Jeff came back, and he said, I found the Duke. And I said, well, where is he? He says, he's out behind the go-kart shed crying. And I was like, God, no. I suppose, did you comfort him at all? And Jeff's like, well, no, I didn't comfort him. I'm a footman, I don't comfort. I polish silver and find things and reach things on high shelves. That's what I do. I don't think comforting should be, no. So I was like, very fun. Fine, then. I suppose it has to be me. So I walked out there, and I found him, and he was quite dejected, and I just felt horrible. And I explained to him, I wasn't calling you a douchebag, and I wasn't saying it was a douchebag song. It was just a lyric that popped into my demented head for absolutely no reason whatsoever. It just sounded nice to me at the time. You know, I'm half Irish, and that means half of the words out of my mouth will be curse words. You've lived with me long enough to know how I am. A complete potty mouth. Absolutely. I apologize. I am deeply sorry. So then he could see how sorry I was. And he realized that, well, it was just me being a goofball the way I am. And he knows I don't happen to like it. And he admitted, he says, well, Georgina, I do have to admit I was torturing you with it just a bit. And I left the room for a very long time because I knew you would be alone in the room with the music and I thought it would be funny. But then I came back and I saw you doing a dance routine and stupid, and then you called me a douchebag. So you can understand how I felt about it. And I was like, well, it was just a misunderstanding. So we all worked it out in the end, and the Duke promised he would never purposely torture me with bad music again. He might do it inadvertently, but not purposely. So that was the agreement that we came to. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. Sometimes in a marriage, you have to compromise, as Lord and Lady Brooks will attest. So, back to the Harry Potter series. Just because someone likes books other than Harry Potter doesn't mean they're a bad person. I like Harry Potter, but there are other books I like too, and that's okay. It's perfectly okay. You too can move on to like other books, and you won't be betraying your beloved Harry Potter series. Not one bit. It will understand that you may like more than just one thing. You can even be enthusiastic about more than just one thing. It will be fun. Anyway, Harry Potter series, Magic Boy, lots of evil versus good, and then happily ever after ending after certain people die. And I would give most of the books 3 or 4 stars. Average, it's probably about a 3.5 star series is where I would put it. 3.5 stars for the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. If you haven't read it already, go ahead and read it. But just remember what could happen if you do. That's how it works. Whoever the Duke decides is the best, that's the best, and they win the award. Sometimes we all agree with the Doc. She has very good commentary sometimes. Anyway, she would have so much more fun if she had someone there to encourage her outrageous behavior. Perhaps suggest even more outrageous behavior. Anyway, after about 45 minutes of going out to the K-bar toss practice field and cheering for the Duke and just really admiring all of his tossing abilities, ooh and ah, and oh, excellent, darling, you did, oh, I'm so impressed. Only 45 minutes of that, and I had him back in the house, signing the papers, saying that Tracy Ullman is now a dame here in the Duchy of Hedgerowshire. It's Duchess character, and I'm a Duchess, so what Camilla really needs is a sidekick, Gina. Duchess of Hedgerowshire. And they run off and have various misadventures together, rather like the original dynamic duo, Batman and Robin. Da-da-da-da-da-da, Camilla!
This has been a Hedgerowshire Limited Broadcasting Mega Corp production.